All right, so welcome to our weekly Zoom call. It's October 19th, Monday night, and I'm going to go over some announcements for you guys. I hope you definitely take notes because I'll go over announcements, get a little feedback from you guys on a few things, and then I'll get into kind of the meat of the call, which is more the training portion. So a couple announcements I wanted to go over is our 3-day glimpse into coaching group just ended this weekend. Even though it ended, I want you guys to still feel free to add prospects to that group through the next month or so. I'm going to leave it open. So if you have somebody, you can put them in that group, let them know that they can go through things at their leisurely, go through the daily posts and still have access to that. Another thing I want to talk about is offering an incentive this month to get people into your challenge groups, whether it's a end of the month challenge group you have for October, or maybe you have a challenge group forming in November, which is a really key time, I think, to be doing challenge groups because it's kind of like that surviving the holidays thing. You got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then you're rolling into the new year. People need that accountability and support right now more than ever, really. So take advantage of that. So something I wanted to mention to you guys that I'm going to be doing that I wanted to pass on to you is, and I'll post it tonight, I'm going to do a challenge group post so you guys can watch for it and feel free to duplicate it. Obviously make it your own, but something in the wording that I'm going to try doing is, this is how I'm going to kind of draft the post. Like I said, I'll post it so you can see more of the wording, but this is the key part that I want to talk about with the incentive. So in the post, I'm going to say, for October, I'm hooking you up for free when you snag a bag of Shakeology, which is 70 plus superfoods, remember, and kind of put that in parentheses. So I'm going to add that into the post because essentially what it is you can offer the 21-day fix challenge pack or the 21-day fix extreme challenge pack. And you can also give them a $20 or $25 Visa gift card with that. So they would have their 21-day fix for free. They would just be investing in the Shakeology portion. And the way that I'm going to draft the post is I would start it with, would you be interested if I told you we could get together in a group on Facebook, support one another, portion control our meals with easy color-coded containers, and do 30-minute workouts from home? Would you be interested in that? And that is basically going to be my starting paragraph or, eye-catching paragraph for the post. Okay? Let's see. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is you invited a prospect to a challenge and they said no. How often does that happen? Like all the time, right? Okay. So I want to talk about a couple things for when that does happen. Even after asking questions to help them overcome their objections, I don't want you guys to walk away from offering an alternative solution for these people. So here's a few options to stay connected and show your real commitment to that person, that trust, that you're building in that relationship, because you do want to help them achieve their goals regardless. So number one, if they've said no, invite them to a free 3-day, 5-day, or 7-day nutrition challenge. Can be anything. A water challenge, a plank challenge, a no soda challenge, clean eating challenge. But focus that challenge on, clean eating or kicking some sort of a bad habit, or maybe using the Shakeology sampler pack. Okay, if you guys don't know about it, it's in your back office. You can get every flavor in the rainbow that they have for Shakeology in that sampler pack. I believe it's around $26. So they could do that. They could do your challenge group that. It's only $25. Most people can invest that, even if they're kind of leery about joining, the bigger challenge group and said no. Number 2, invite them to join a free general health and fitness Facebook group that you are part of. This gives prospects a chance to see your offering support and motivation to others and to interact with other members within the group. And it helps them get like that feel for what a challenge really is like, that support and that camaraderie that you build. Okay, my number 3 tip is ask if you can touch base with them in like X amount of time, whether it's in a few weeks, next month, set that follow-up date. Most people will say yes. Yes, I would love to hear back from you in November. Like October is not good. We had something happen on the car and an unexpected bill come up. I just don't have the money. I'm interested, but yeah, check back with me in November. That gives them a chance to save money. It gives them a chance to get past whatever it is, that they're struggling with in their life at that moment. And then you can just see if it's a better time for them. Okay, so homework from last week is kind of an ongoing 30-day homework assignment. So you guys are supposed to sign up for Chalene Johnson's 30-day push. And I want to know how that's going for you guys. How are you liking it? Are you struggling? Is it helping? So now it's time for you guys to tell me kind of what's been going on.
I think I'm stuck on day 9.
Stuck on day 9?
Yeah, I haven't been able to really fully commit to it.
Okay.
I'm stuck on the to-do list. Like, does she want us to? I get confused because I heard her say something about you add 2 things to it every day or something like that.
Okay, to the to-do list. So like what's due today, what's due this week, what's due for the month kind of thing?
Like that confuses me. Like, I don't know. It's like I would rather just write my stuff down every day and not like just put it on a calendar and not do it like she does it. Like it just me.
And you can totally do, if that doesn't work for you, Christina, then use a method that does work for you. I think she's just trying to give you a basis of understanding how to prioritize a to-do list. So she has you do like that brain dump, right, and put everything down, and then you kind of sort through and, okay, these are the things that are top priority that need to be done now, things that need to be done this week, projects for the month or whatever. So she's just more or less trying to get your mind going with how to structure that and organize it for yourself. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed like trying to take Chalene's version and fit it into your life if it's not fitting in, you know what I mean? Like if you work better doing it the way you're talking about, then do it that way.
Yeah, I think I would just need to just put it down like in a month on a monthly planner and do it. I don't know, because then I got confused because I'm like, she wants us to write a to-do list of everything we're supposed to do that day. But like, am I supposed to write all the stuff down that we're supposed to do Beachbody wise too?
It's kind of a combination because you obviously want to have balance in your life, right? So you have things to do in your personal life, kids, school, whatever, chores around the house, bills, and then you have your business. And so they're going to overlap. The way I do it in my planner is I have a section for business and I have a section for family. So my to-dos for my business go under business, to-dos for family go under family, obviously. And then I have kind of a to-do checklist, if you will, that's kind of like the top priority things for that day I have to get done. Like Power Hour is something I have to get done that day. Today, getting this training organized for you guys was something I had to get done. It was a top priority. So I think ultimately, you don't want to overwhelm yourself by putting too much on your to-do list. That's why she has you kind of say, okay, these are top priorities for today. But maybe you have a project you really need and want to get done, like say it's getting a blog up within the month, then that can go on your your master calendar or something, but you got to figure out where you're going to implement that in your week too.
Okay. So I'm trying to think if I had like a it's like maybe not put it on a calendar, but what if I put it in like a like on a big whiteboard?
Yeah, if that works for you. I know that works for a lot of other coaches.
Because like I do real good with my whiteboard. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Like I have a whiteboard right there, and I put down all the stuff I'm supposed to check in with, and then like that works for me. Like that works really well for me for Beachbody stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it like all the time.
Constant reminder.
So if I have it in a book, it's not going to work, I don't think, for me. I'd have to have it somewhere where I could see it.
There you go. Then do something along those lines and trial it for like a week or two. And if you're being consistent and sticking with it and you feel like it's something that keeps you sane, keeps you organized, then it's working. If it's not, then go back to the blackboard and try to figure out some other method and try that.
Okay.
Do you use Asana, Laura, for your list, or do you write yours down?
I use Asana for my daily tracking and weekly tracking. And the daily tracking, I just do the power of threes. So I'm tracking 3 invites a day, 3 business ops a week, adding 3 new people and connecting with them. So that is tracked, and it's more like a reminder that pops up for me to do. But then I'm also putting in people's names that I talk to each day. And then the weekly tracking, I do like a reminder every Monday to send out a customer email, to do like a coach newsletter. Eventually, when I get my stinking blog up, it'll be doing a blog post, once or twice a week. But then I also use my planner for writing down a lot of stuff. So that's how I track in Asana. Planner is more specific. And I think I can't remember if I did a video on my planner or I showed it on one of our team trainings, kind of how that is laid out or how I have it organized. But I'm happy to talk to you more about that, Kim, if that helps.
All right. So you use Asana just for business, really, then,
yes.
right?
Yep,
okay.
No personal. Yep.
Still learning. I haven't really had time to get into it a lot, but I think I'm going to like it when I finally do figure it out.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Yeah, I like it pretty good. I've been working with it, but I haven't been putting down the people I'm supposed to be that I'm talking to. Is there a page? I don't have one. I haven't been doing that part. I've been trying to get all of my people over into Asana.
There you go. Don't feel like you got to do it all at once.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Shut that door back. I can't hear.
Brianna, we were, just to fill you in real quick, there's some stuff here in the beginning I'm recording so you can watch it back, but this is the part where I was just asking you guys about the homework with the 30-day push that I had you guys sign up with Shalene Johnson. Just want to know your guys' feedback, how things were going, and questions and stuff you had. So if you have anything, feel free to share.
I wasn't able to get signed up for that.
Okay.
I think I told you that I forgot to go back in and confirm my email.
Oh, right.
And I haven't been able to figure out how to sign up, I guess. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get with you later this evening and try to see If not, worst case, I think any of these gals would probably maybe be willing to forward the emails to you that they've gotten so far.
That's true. Yeah. That would
So
work.
that'd be an option.
Okay. That would work. Are you still, you had talked about a group with Janelle.
Yes. Yep, it started today, and I'm waiting on my access to the group so I can okay your guys' access. So it's there. Janelle's always a little behind. That's the perils of her being a, multi 15-star diamond coach.
Yeah.
But trust me, you're not going to be behind getting added in a day or two late, okay? You can still go back and kind of do it at your own leisure.
Okay. Sounds good.
So hopefully by tomorrow, you guys should be in it. And I know Christina, Brianna, I don't know, Kim, if you were wanting into that or heard of it or what. Okay. And then Daniela bounced out, but did she want to also?
I think she said, yeah, I think so.
Okay. Cool. Then I'll get all you guys. And I think maybe even Taylor was one of those too. So. Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about with announcements, so to speak, is goals. So I think all of you kind of set the goal of obtaining Emerald for the month of October. I just want to kind of have you refocus on that. I mean, we're just a little more than halfway throughout the month. And ultimately, if that is your goal this month, which I think it should be, make sure that you are focused on recruiting this month, because that's what's going to get you to Emerald. And I don't want you to feel so overwhelmed, like Emerald is just like this far off thing that, oh my God, in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, I'll get Emerald. You could be Emerald tomorrow. You really could. It's not that hard, but you have to refocus yourself and your efforts in your business and your business time to really be on recruiting. So that's talking to people about joining a challenge group and signing up for Shakeology for the discount, stuff like that. So I just wanted to make like that point to have you guys refocus right now with it, because it can happen. You guys still have plenty of time. And I know you guys can do this, each one of you.
I'm struggling really hard to invite and just know how to talk to people about the business opportunity. I talked to one girl that was in the group, and she just says, that she's not ready to teach and she's uncomfortable and stuff. And so, I don't know, I don't know how to talk to people just not out of the blue about it, but how do you bring it up to people? Because there's a lot of people that don't even know that I've started this.
Coaching.
Yeah, so they're kind of like, what's she talking about?
I'll tell you guys that your first coaches are going to be the people you really know, people that are really close to you. Those are going to be your first coaches, because most people that you approach with and talk to about the business opportunity the first time, they're not going to be interested. The second time, they're probably not going to be interested still, but they'll come around eventually. And that's through time. That's through building relationships with people. It being the right timing in their life is very important. So that's why I say your first two coaches are ultimately going to be somebody you really know, somebody, a family member, somebody who's really close to you. That's how it worked for me. That's how it's worked for a lot of my other coaches. Like I said, if you have a spouse, that's a great opportunity there to get them signed up, but only do it once you have your other coach ready to sign up with them. That would bring you to Emerald. You don't want to be paying an extra fee or whatever for your husband or wife or whatever when you don't have that second coach in place yet.
Yeah.
So like the awkwardness is normal that you feel with people, but don't feel like as a new coach that you need to have all the answers and all the savvy wording when you're talking to people about coaching. That's what these glimpse into coaching groups are for, is to send people to. Let me explain things. Let me provide third-party graphics or information to them, send them to a webinar, send them to a conference call. That's why that stuff is there, is so it takes the pressure off of you and you're not feeling overwhelmed like you have to have it all down perfectly pat to explain it to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If they sign up as a coach after they've bought a challenge pack, is there a time limit for them to get that refund? Is it a $40 refund? Or
Yes.
30?
Yeah, $39.95. I believe if they do it within 30 days, then they can get it refunded.
Okay.
Yep. So there's that option, to mention to people. Don't forget, like I said, military. Anybody who's in the military can get their fee waived, the $15.95 waived. The biggest thing with connecting people to the business is finding out their needs and wants, listening, helping them see the vision of what this opportunity could bring to their life, how it could solve a problem in their life. And that's through, it takes time. It takes time, asking the right questions and building that trust with somebody. So I know, I say, well, Emerald's easy to achieve. It is, because like I said, most people who hit Emerald are going to be signing up somebody that they know already that's very close to them. The rest of it, building the team after that, is just going to take time, and building relationships with new people and getting to know who they are and what their struggles are. Don't give up. That's the important thing.
I met a new girl in the group, and I invited her to this call. She said she doesn't get off. She works 12-hour shifts, so she didn't get off till 8. I think she's still kind of thinking about it.
Good.
I asked her a long time ago. She hasn't purchased a program yet, but I'd asked her a long time ago if she would ever be interested, because she's a really inspiring person, and she's lost a lot of weight, and so I think that she's just thinking about it. So don't lose hope.
That's right.
You never know.
And you never know. I mean, like I said, you're planting seeds with people. That's all you can do. What they decide to do is out of your control. And when it's the right time in their life, that's out of your control as well. What can you control is who you're talking to and how many people you're talking to, and planting those seeds. And it's really cool when you do plant those seeds, and then some, like Carla, I talked to that girl for 2 years about coaching. I knew she'd make an amazing coach. She loves Beachbody, loves the program's products. It's like, what the heck? But it wasn't the right time for her. She was not ready. And now look at her. She's doing good. She enjoys being a coach. It's changed her life. So it's really cool when you see that transition, but you just got to be consistent. And don't give up on people either, the people you're talking to. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's get into training, shall we? I'll try to knock this out within 30 minutes. And I see Brianna yawning already.
Chat message I just sent about Daniela.
Yeah, she's having some tech problems.
Yeah, she keeps texting me and said that she can't get on. She said she can't get it to work.
She's doing it on her phone?
I think so.
Maybe have her try restarting her phone and then try. But let her know I'm recording, so
she said it's
she'll at least
problem error code 5003. I'll tell her to restart.
Okay, sounds good.
Is she typing in the right ID number?
I guess.
Well, I'll go ahead and get started on the training part. So tonight's training is how to build your Beachbody biz with a full-time life. And I say full-time life because we're all different. We're all busy. So some of us work full-time. Some of us are full-time parents. Some of us are going to school full-time. We're busy. So this training is going to apply specifically to those kinds of people, busy, full-time people. Okay, so time management. I know we all struggle with that. Time management, we all have other things that demand our time, obviously, and we all have a busy life. However, they are not excuses to not work your Beachbody business. Instead, I want you to use those things as fuel to work harder. Because I want you to think about that you're working for the future, not for today. So I built my business while I was working full-time. I was working 50 hours a week when I first started coaching. I'm still working full-time. I have 3 kids, stepkids under the age of 7. I've got a baby on the way. I could have every excuse in the book right now if I wanted to. But in doing so and going through those types of things, I've learned which resources have really truly helped me move my business forward. And that's what I want to share with you guys. For me, the freedom I saw with coaching and this business opportunity is what really helped me see the light and stick with it, even through all the hard times and all the times I could make an excuse about something that happened in my life, whether it was my mom getting cancer or even going through a divorce myself 3 years ago. That all could have been excuses to quit, to derail, to fail, but I didn't let that happen. And why was because I saw what my mentor was doing and the other mentors, and I wanted that for my future. And I know you guys want that for yours too, otherwise you wouldn't be on this call. So know that obviously hard times, struggles, life, it's always going to be there. There's never going to be the perfect time. I hear coaches saying, well, I'm not ready to work my business because this is going on in my life. Or, well, check back with me in, 6 months or whatever. I'm just not ready. This is going on in my life. There's always going to be something. That's my point. There's always going to be something going on in your life. But if you find the joy in your business and remind yourself how good this business makes you feel when you help others, whether it be through challenge groups or new relationships you're forming with people, and it be through your coaches, through your team. Focus on that when all the bad stuff is going on around you and you want to make those excuses, okay? Okay, so tonight I want you guys to please keep an open mind. Don't resist to anything that I'm going to share with you. It's not busy work. It is important stuff that I'm going to go over. Okay, so everyone is different. Duh. So I want you guys to rest assured there's no one set schedule that's going to work for every coach, okay? So what I share with you is what works for me. You take some of it, if it fits in your life and works for you, great. Take some from what works for Janelle, my coach, or another coach on our team, Lindsay Matway, any of those top coaches, and kind of piece it together to make it work for you. That's the important part. So what I want you guys to do first off is start by doing some self-reflection. So I want you to think about, where do you need to grow? So is it building a team? Is it advancing your coaches? Is it your team culture? Is it social media posts, like figuring that out? Is it you're building your relationships with your customers? Is it working on the way you message people or formulating those messages? Is it your personal growth? challenge groups, email lists, coming up with systems that work for you. What I want you to do is pick 2 areas of your personal reflection, those things you feel you want to grow with, and start to work on those first. Don't try to fix 10 areas all at once. I know we want to. We wish we could all be these amazing super women, and we are, but you will go crazy and get burned out fast, trust me. So 2 areas. Okay, next thing I want you to think about is, where do you spend too much time? And I'm talking business time wasters. Do you cater too much to your coaches and you're not focusing enough on your business? Because that will happen. I'm guilty of that. I've done that. And you don't want to be selfish, because for me, like my coaches, I feel like I would drop and do anything for you guys. But there does become a point when you are off balance, and you have to maintain that balance once you start to grow a team. Do you spend hours drafting one social media post? Do you spend hours trying to find like the perfect graphic for your post? Or do you like overanalyze the wording of the post? Like, it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. People don't want to see perfect. So it's okay if you have typos and whatever. Don't do that. Don't have those time wasters in your business. Or it could be spending too much time checking into like your challenge groups. I know that's a big time waster. Some people like, yes, we are supposed to be coaches and motivators and a support system, and we are running these challenge groups, but there is too much of a good thing there too. You know what I mean? So think about those things. Okay, so my other tip is power hour. You guys know I'm big on the power hour. Now I want to talk to you and twist your thinking a little bit for those of you who are like, God, I can't do this power hour. It's only an hour, but it turns into like 4 hours. Okay, so let's talk power half hour, okay? That could be your new thing. So power half hour, what I mean by that, you can do this. Add 3 new people. This is 30 minutes, half an hour. Add 3 new people. Relate to 3 new people. So that can be liking or commenting on their photos and simply sending them a, like, hey girl or hey there message. Short, simple, sweet. Check messages. Now when I say check messages, only respond to ones that you know are new customers or very strong potential to be customers, or it's something urgent from a coach. Don't feel that you have to fully respond to your whole inbox on Facebook or emails within your power hour. Okay? So I want you to weed through those. Power half hour also make social media posts. So usually a lot of coaches, and I do this too, I'll be completely honest, I don't do it faithfully every week, but I do strive for it, is doing that all on a Sunday. So schedule out your week, schedule out your posts all on a Sunday. And you could even use an auto scheduler. If you have a like page, you can auto schedule those posts. Check into the team page. And then check into challenge group and team groups that you're running. That's all stuff you can get done within 30 minutes. Okay, so working full-time. I want to talk about this a little bit just because this is my background. That's how I balance my business. So either on your lunch break or little breaks that you have throughout your day, take that time to answer your messages or answer your emails. Then after work, commit to an hour a day for your power hour. So whether that's in the evening after you get done with dinner and you get the kids to bed, do it then. Schedule that in. then weekends, what I would do is I would spend several hours on the weekends working my business because I had more time, obviously. And that's what worked for me. Okay, so I want you guys also to be clear with your family on your goals and priorities. This is another big struggle a lot of us coaches have. So I want you to be clear. Keep that communication open with them. Let them know what the plan is with you. Even have them help call you out when you are doing your time wasters. And I can guarantee your husband's probably would have fun with that. Like mine, he'll be like slapping my hand, like, what are you doing? You're scrolling on your Facebook. He's called me out and I've told him he can. So take advantage of that. But again, with balance, when you have your family time scheduled, I want you to be 100% unplugged. Okay, whether that's leaving your phone, on vibrate or leaving it in another room. Don't be on your phone. Don't be on Facebook. Family time is family time. It's extremely, extremely important. So be unplugged during that time. Now with that, I also want you to remember short-term sacrifices lead to long-term rewards. Simple as that. Okay, tracking your progress, very important. So either use the power of threes or the BAT, which is the business activity tracker. Now I uploaded my version of the BAT. I don't like the beach bodies, and I haven't found any coaches on my team who really like it. So we kind of tweaked it and came up with the Team Fast Forward version. So that's uploaded in the Push to Success group under the Files tab, as well as the Power of Threes. I uploaded that one as a PDF, so if you want to print it off and you like to handwrite, or you can save the Excel version if you like to save it on your computer and type it in as you go. I personally use Power of Threes. Works for me. I've done the BAT before, but I've changed my systems throughout the last 3 years to find what works for me. With that, with the tracking, I know a lot of people resist using it, but what it's going to do is it's going to really track your progress, help you utilize your time so that you're working your business in the most efficient way. So don't skip it. I skipped it in the beginning, and I wondered why my business wasn't moving forward or moving as quickly as I thought it should be. And really, because when you're tracking it, it ensures that the activities you've invested your time, your business hours in, are the ones that are actually moving your business forward. So like, I always say scrolling your Facebook or spending time on things that aren't actually helping you see more results or progress will be noted through the business activity tracker or through the Power of Threes. So when you're putting those zeros in, you'll know, like, okay, well, I kind of had that Netflix marathon that night, and that's why I didn't introduce the business to anybody, which it's okay to have a Netflix marathon, but not every night, is my point. Let's see. Here's an idea too. Feel free to send that tracking to your upline. So whether it's me or another coach on the team or whatever, use that as accountability. I did that for the first year. I sent mine to Janelle, and it worked wonders. I loved being held accountable for what I was or wasn't doing. It's a smart way to focus your attention on the vital activities. That's the other important thing about using these tracking systems. Because when you don't have a ton of freedom in your day, which most of us don't, it's crucial that you track your progress and that you're doing those vital behaviors consistently, so you can be sure that you're getting the most out of what little time you do have. So like I said, many people skip this step because they don't like to see the zeros that they're writing down, and I don't want you guys to worry about that. If you are writing down zeros, I have zeros. It is what it is. But just keep track of what you're doing and use it as a guide to be sure you're not wasting your time, doing those other things, because like I said, we have just a short amount of hours in the day to be able to do this. Okay, another tip I have for time management is if you think of an idea throughout the day, so say you're working at work and you have some downtime and you think of, oh, this would be such a kick butt idea for a challenge group, or maybe you're feeding your daughter lunch or something and you think, oh, that would be an awesome post. Instead of writing it down or having like a gazillion sticky notes everywhere, use the voice memo on your phone and record it. And then you can access it later. Yes, in the shower. Perfect. It's our think tank. Exactly. So you can use your phone and just record a voice memo of it, so then you can refer to it later. Because trust me, you'll forget. Even if you're like, oh, I'll remember this when I get home. Yeah, it never happens. Okay. Plan your day out before. So I'm talking your to-do list. Before you start opening any emails or your inbox messages. To-do list for the day. Get it done. Don't start accessing all that other stuff just yet. Do that first. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about to-do lists. So daily to-do lists. Daily to-do lists. Prioritize what needs to get done today, this week, and this month. So however you do that, whatever system you have, whether it's on a whiteboard or in a planner or you're tracking it on the computer on some program, organize it that way. It will be less overwhelming than seeing a huge long to-do list and then trying to figure it out from there. I always recommend getting a paper planner. You guys know I'm a fan of that. So either a Passion planner or the Erin Condren planner, which is the one I use, are both very good choices. And within the planner, just start by entering your highest priority items first. So family, job, church, stuff like that. Those are your non-negotiables. Put those in first. And then find the holes within your schedule and work in your Beachbody time from there. Okay, another tip that I have to say, and I know I said it before, but a lot of coaches miss it. Turn off all the notifications on your phone. All of them. Get rid of them. When you're working business hours, that's when you're getting on your phone, or that's when you're getting on your computer and you're getting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Okay, so turn that stuff off. Don't let it be a distraction for you, so that you're seeing when so-and-so posts in the challenge group, or so-and-so comments on your morning post that you did about your run or whatever. All that little stuff adds up to a lot of missed minutes in the day. Okay, another thing I want you guys to do is set an income goal, either just for you or for you and your family. And I want you to go all in on that goal. And you have a belief in yourself that you have what it takes to make this work, because you do. All of you do. So that gives you guys more options and more freedom in you and your family's life. So that's revisiting that why, right? Why we all became a coach. Whatever your why is. Okay, so important tasks. I'm going to give you some examples of important tasks to do throughout the week. Power hour or power half hour. Invite to challenge group, which also includes following up with any past interest. Invite to join your team. So that can be either in the form of a help wanted post or through a personal message to somebody. Check in with personally sponsored coaches. Get in your coach calls. You guys know which ones those are. National Wake Up Call, this one, and the Team Hardcore. Follow up with leads. Check your downline. So once you guys start growing your team, this is going to be important that you're checking your downline to make sure everything is in place for a rank advancement or holding rank or whatever throughout the week. Check in with your groups. Create scripts that work for you. And this is a big thing. Once they do, share them with your team. Don't forget that part. That was something that I didn't do for a long time, and I really regret it because I started to see a lot of growth from my coaches and see their success happen so much quicker once I started doing that and sharing those scripts. Make posts for the week and make images for the week. Now, I know Shalene talks about, setting aside like an hour a day, not a day, but like just find an hour in your week and use that hour to plan to take a bunch of pictures, whether it's you working out or whatever, and you can do like 3 or 4 different outfit swaps, and you can get that all done in 1 hour, and then you have all that content, all those images to be able to use for future posts. Okay, I also want to talk month plans. So month plans, what I mean by that. So coaches should kind of break down their business tasks depending on where they're at in their business. So I'm going to talk like new coach right now, month 1, new coach. Or maybe you're not a new coach and you're kind of relearning things or getting back into the swing of things. This would apply to you. So week 1 would be new coach training and focusing on your personal progress. So that's your workouts, you drinking Shakeology, you sticking to those kinds of things. That's week 1, month 1, new coach. Week 2, new coach training again, and focusing on your social media posts, learning about that, learning the frequency, what not to do. Week 3, new coach training, and doing your first clean eating challenge. And week 4 is new coach training and starting to brainstorm about your challenge group. Now, this is how I kind of have it set up for my new coaches. We obviously work at a rate depending on what their personal goals are and what they want out of this business, whether they're, ready to hit the ground running or they kind of want to take it a little bit slower. But I give this to you guys as a guide for you personally, but also for you to implement once you start adding coaches. Okay, so now that you guys have an idea of what needs to get done, and you've found your open time to work your business, take that time and tasks that fit in that time and set a timer. So for example, I'm going to give you an example here. So let's say Monday, today, you have 45 minutes to work your business, right? And your goal for the week is you're going to focus on your upcoming challenge. So these are the things that you would do within that 45-minute time frame based on your goal for the week. Because every week's a little different, you know. My to-dos depend on what my goal is. Do I have a challenge group coming up? Okay, then this is what this block of time this week is going to be focused on. Do I have a coach sneak peek coming up this week? Then my block of time, my tasks are going to be focused on that. So don't feel like you've got to be doing challenge group, glimpse into coaching, and all this stuff within 1 week. That's not how I do things, and I don't really recommend anybody else to, because I think you'd go crazy. So anyways, within this 45-minute example, so what you would do is you would divide that up. So 20 minutes would be your power half hour. Then 10 minutes would be private messaging to personally sponsored coaches. Then 10 minutes would be private messaging to challenge group potentials, and then follow up with anybody who's shown, you know, previous interest in a group. And then 5 minutes would be posting about your challenge group. And that's what you would do. Pretty easy, right? Okay, my last tip is to make sure that you are, once you start building a team, that you are sharing with your team what you're learning, and then show them how to duplicate it. Crucial. Okay, you guys ready for your assignment, your homework? I'm excited about it. Okay, so tomorrow, this is your assignment. Don't change anything you normally do, okay? I want you to track every second of your day, like the same way you would be if you were tracking everything you ate, right? I mean, most of us have at least done that at least once, okay? Then I want you to look at your day and find where you can fit in 10 to 30 minutes for Beachbody time. And I want you to share a picture of that day that you tracked, okay? And then I want you to highlight those time wasters. Don't hide them. Put them on there. I know we all have them. We can't change what we don't know is broken, right? So let's just do what we do. So share a picture of your day that you tracked, highlight the time wasters on there, and then I want you to post it in the Push to Success group tomorrow night. So I'll have, you know, a post up. You can post it on there as a comment. Now the other part with this is I would like you to try using a timer. Just try it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to make it a habit. If you don't like it, it doesn't work for you, that's fine. I just want you to try it. But try using a timer for your next focus business time and share what you thought of it. So you can say, I hated it. It wasn't for me. I'm good. I can put down that 30 minutes, no problem, without having to have a timer beeping at me. Or, oh my God, I loved it. It's totally made things more focused for me, or whatever. Did it make you more productive? All right, that is all I have. Any questions? Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I know that that's one of the biggest struggles all you have brought up to me that I've personally had too. So,
Laura, can you go?
Tell me what kind of planner you said. Go ahead.
Kim, it's either a passion planner or Erin Condren.
Condren, okay.
Yes. Go ahead, Brianna.
The week two for the new coaches. What are you doing, the new coach training, and what else?
Working on social media posts.
Okay.
So that would be the time I would have a new coach watch that new training that I said will be pretty much mandatory from here on out for my organization, the one that Brittany Leggett did. on using your Facebook to promote your business or whatever. I can't remember how it was worded exactly in the title, and then I have them start implementing that, obviously, doing at least 3 posts minimum per day and learning what to do, what not to do on social media. Well, shall we call it a night? I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' tracking tomorrow. So that hopefully will go on a to-do list in the morning before you open up an inbox or emails, right? To-do list. Do the tracking that Laura talked about last night.
So are we supposed to track like every single thing we do tomorrow? Like not just within our business, but like,
Personal life too.
okay.
Yep.
Write it all down and
Yep.
then take a picture.
You don't have to write when you go to the bathroom or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I want the whole picture for sure, because that's our life, right?
Okay.
We got to figure out where to fit it in. All right. Well, if you guys think of anything last minute, I'll be putting up the post shortly for tonight, for today's progress and tracking, so you guys can always post there. If not, I will look forward to reading your guys' posts tomorrow. Okay? You guys have a wonderful evening.
You too, Laura.
Thanks. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.